Nestled on the banks of the Hudson River, Michie Stadium. It will play host to some of the nation's finest today at another thrilling edition of Army football. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Black Knights will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down for this offense. On the ground, it's Waters. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6 yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Dropping back, it's McCall. Gets it out quickly. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
NC State with a 1st and 10 here. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Concepcion. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Collins. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. Looking for a man. It's McCall. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Not a chance. Missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. And if they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
He couldn't connect on that 44-yard field goal attempt, so now the offense will take over at its own 27. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And on second down for this offense. On the option. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Fullbacks are very unselfish. One of the most unselfish positions you can find in football. They block 99% of the time. But when you can give them that rock, get a first down, those guys are really big. You know, they're really powerful. They usually fall forward. No nonsense, no jukes, just hit you in the mouth.
Pass to sticks him still on his feet. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. The stress that a guy who can run that fast puts on a defense, even if it's a pass play, he has them on edge all the time.
Oh, the D coordinator. This guy gives them nightmares every night leading up to this game, because if you don't have people accounting for him and your eyes go to the wrong place or someone's out of position, that dude is gone.
And the big fella, you know, usually blocks but has a nice little run, and met by the strong safety. He's called the strong safety for a reason. Those guys are, you know, oversized safeties that are really strong. They're usually strong tacklers. Did a good job getting the big fella to the ground. Just gave up a little too many yards.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive in this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They'll run the option. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break one at some point in this game. He's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Defense going all in to stop the run. This quarterback part of their running game. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Army!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They march 72 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff unit about to go to work. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback checking the play. The toss to the outside. Runs through the tackle. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. The gift to the fullback. At the 40, there he goes. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
How about the big fella? Usually in there to block. Those fullbacks don't get a lot of touches, but he makes the most of it. And one thing I can promise you, he's not used to running that far down the field. The oxygen tank will be needed for the big fella. He's used to short bursts, hitting people, creating first downs. To run 20-plus yards down the field, whew, big buddy gonna need some oxygen.
From the gun, the ground game.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He slings it deep to the left. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They're trying to get to him. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Looking for a gap. It's Waters. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's McCall. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Makes a connection. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
I love that from this offense. 3 is good. You're in field goal range, but now we're set up with 1st and goal because of great 3rd down execution by this offense. Stay aggressive. Even when you get in this part of the field, when everything shrinks and gets a little bit harder, you still want to be aggressive.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. The back goes in motion. To give to the big fullback. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Looking for a block. It's Concepcion. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the...
All kinds of running room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Give to the running back. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They've been running it, but now the pass. Grab near the marker. It's Concepcion. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Movement here from the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. To the air, it's McCall. Getting some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Field goal is good. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll run play action. Trying to get behind the defense. What a snag by the defense. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Waters. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll throw it on first down. Looking to scramble. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Not a lot of scoreboard fireworks from these guys in the first half, but they've got a chance here after making some halftime adjustments.
Yeah, and remember, it just takes one play to kick the door open, and all of a sudden there's a lot more confidence again. So which guy on this offense can hit the big home run and break this thing open?
Well, and the good thing is it's such a low-scoring game. I'm still very much in this. I can be who I am, make a few tweaks, make a few adjustments, and get this offense rolling.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Now on 2nd down. He'll ride his man on the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Running back goes in motion. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Black Knights have this offense rolling. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Coming after it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Now 2nd and 10. Now on the option. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Dropping back, it's Daly. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything,
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. Running inside the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. From the gun, the running back has it. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play is going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It is good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
Spits it out to the back. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is like a gift to have starting field position like this, Jesse.
You're absolutely right. It's ideal, and David, they practiced.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running in football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
42 Spider. Looking to throw, it's Daly. Feeling some heat. And the blitz gets to him just like that.
Man, oh man, that defensive end had a great get-off on that play. It exploded out of his three-point stance. He's able to use the swim move and get to the QB.
Ready, set. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. The pitch. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. On the return, it's Concepcion. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Give to the fullback. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
Second down coming up. The give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Waters.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
All right, ball was incomplete, but that was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Really nice job of communicating with one another and understanding where that pass rush was coming from.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's McCall. He's got his man. At the 45 on his way. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. A handoff, keep working on that clock. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Handoff to the fullback. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and trot his field goal team out there, and this field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Power football with the run. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Trying to find his man on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Yeah, I tell you what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even though they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Looking deep. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He'll try the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This is a big third down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Trying to get to him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
He'll keep it himself. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's going up top here late in the game. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. The rankings, the odds makers, everything indicated that these guys had a big hill to climb. But they climbed it, they got to the top, and they get a landmark win.
And we know coaching staffs always do a great job trying to motivate their own guys and get them ready to play a ranked opponent. But David, to me, it looked like this team just wanted it more. They came out, they were the more physical team, and they did what they had to do at the end of the day to get this win.
Yeah, and how do you gain respect? You want respect, you talk about our team's a really good team. You want to build on that? You beat good teams. That's what you do. You beat ranked teams that people think a lot of. This team pulls off the ranked upset, and guess what? Now what happens? You start to maybe find your team in the ranked spot.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.